Evening folks, now this one's a question video. This has come up from a video that has been doing the rounds and talked about recently. Don't need to go into it. Basically came up, it brought up the idea again of archer's guards, Posta Sagittaria, I think it's how you pronounce it, probably pronouncing it wrong. It's Fiore, and what this means. Now, looking back over it again, we're trying to figure it out again, and it still doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, depending on how you look at it. Firstly, some people interpret it as a throw, and you throw the weapon. Now, I'm not throwing my weapon. I'm sorry, but it's not. I'm sure it did happen. I'm sure if you've got no other option, or I'm sure throughout history it's happened. But I can't see it as a go-to, and I can't see it as something you'd really want to do. We experimented and talked about it as a way of closing distance. It can do, but there's better ways of doing it. So, I'm ruling out actually throwing the weapon. If you think that's wrong, great. Make me a video, because this is me asking questions, because I'm not sure. If we rule out throwing the weapon, what else could it actually mean? Now, different drawings seem to show it in slightly different ways. It's all back here, so we go in this sort of position. I've seen a drawing where my right hand, my backhand, is like this. Now the left hand could be underneath, could be on top, depending on the drawing you're looking at. I think that's pretty interchangeable, but we'll go with underneath for now. The right hand I've seen here, I've seen it here, or something like this, and I've seen it something like this. And three hand positions open up different options. But it all starts from back here. So we'll have that, okay, it's back there, wherever it starts from. We'll start from this one. It's back here. And it talks about throwing the weapon, but there's also other interpretations where it talks about thrust and throw. Now, if we interpret throw as in a big movement, as in boxing, if you throw a punch, there's jabbing a punch, then there's throwing a punch, and a throw is a big movement. I'm throwing this in. So we'll take it as a big movement, it's a big throw or thrust. Archer's guard, so it's probably a thrust straight in, straight as an arrow, possibly. Okay, so if we're taking it as that we're not actually throwing the weapon, but we're throwing the weapon in. If we start with this one, then that makes sense, because from there I can throw the weapon in. I can stand, throw the weapon in. I can even actually throw and pull back. And we've experimented with that against a brick wall, but let's not go there. And that still packs quite a punch. Not ideal, but it packs quite a punch if it hits home. Start from this position. Now, if I put my hand here, I genuinely cannot see why I would do this. Again, I'm asking questions. If you've got a reason why someone would do that, apart from throwing, I'm discounting that, okay? For now. But this gives me roughly the same option as this. Now this works better if I turn this hand the way around, but it doesn't really matter because I can manoeuvre it around. Okay, what this does is, as something comes in, I can throw my weapon, block, and thrust. But it's a big movement. I'll show it against the weapon, maybe to make more sense. So, just a quick recap before we go against another weapon. If I discount throwing, from here, throwing the thrust, it's a very long thrust. Depending on even if I step sideways, that way. And I said I can actually throw the weapon where it throws down the hand and pulls back. That makes more sense to me. You're throwing it, you're thrusting. If my hand's here, I can't do that. Physically doesn't make sense. But that does. Even from that position, I can do that same move. I can be everything back here, so I'm keeping everything I've got away from them. And as it comes in, let's shove it against the weapon. So, first one, actually we swap over so. My first one, I'm starting back here, nice and distant. I'm going to go off centre just to show the distance, okay? If you do nothing for a second, as I throw that in, just about reaches, depending on where I will start from. So if he's quite tall, I'm going to start back here, and throw that in. Quite a good thrust, as fast as a thrust. And obviously you can block that, especially as I'm stepping with it, it's going to be quite easy to block. As it comes in, you can block it. What we also found is it puts this in a perfect position to transition over. And it's quite fast. Again, about half speed, so it comes in, hit. I'm starting back here, hit. Do it, speed up. I'll start out of the distance to keep it safe. Okay. Again, I'm just throwing ideas out there, but that one does make sense. Either he does nothing, or he gets it wrong, and it goes through, and I'm quite a distance away, keep myself safe. Or, if he knocks it aside, it's very easy to come over the top. There's one. Next one, okay. We're going to go here. Again, everything's back here. Now this one, I could end up in this position for various reasons. Could be a failed murder stroke, now I know that's Germanic, anyway. Point being, I've ended up in this position for whatever reason. And as he attacks in, I'm throwing it out, long thrust. Again, we're trying to interpret this. This is ideas we're getting from the hand positions, from the feet positions, from what we're looking at. As he comes in, finish. Comes in. Now again, throwing it as a way of closing, I could do. Okay? And then as he can like come back in to block that, he comes up, and now point being, I don't know. I've got lots of ideas. And there's no reason why it's going to be one idea. With any of these interpretations, you generally end up with multiple ideas off the same thing that all work and all seem reasonably valid. There might be a main idea and then offshoots off. This might even be just about keeping everything back and drawing them in. Or getting me into a position, here I'm back, no threat to him, fight hasn't even started yet, going in, still keeping back. As he tries to close, if he doesn't try to close, look, and he knocks aside, and that lets me in. It's a way of opening them up, it's a way of dictating the fight, which Fury seems to like. Anyway, their ideas we're throwing them out, I'm throwing them out to you, you do me, send me your ideas, send me videos, drawings, whatever. Let's have a conversation. Thank you. Okay folks, after me saying I can't really figure out why you do this, we've just had a thought, we've experimented with it, seems okay, again, I'm throwing it out to see what people think. What you noticed is, if I'm doing this, on the understanding that I'm going to throw it out as a way of drawing them in. But I said also, it could be, I've seen this, where we're throwing the pommel out, throwing the back end, okay? Now, it could be, I'm about to do my thrusty, twirly, lovely thing, and he's not waiting for it. He's coming in, and I've realised, oh, shit, he's coming, he says at me. What we realise is that it's very easy for this hand to go from there to there. And once it's from there, throwing it out while possible, have a go yourself, it's a bit clunky, doesn't feel good. But if you just put your hand there, and then throw it out, it works nice and smooth. So if you close it, all it was, it's just as I'm waiting there, if I realise he's coming in, and he's probably going to initiate an attack quickly and quite aggressively, I just move my hand to there. That allows me to then throw it out. So again, I'm there, he's coming in quite aggressive, change. And again, the word throw, because I'm not half swording anymore, I'm not being subtle, I'm not even picking this up, and we're actually throwing the thing out. So we go from this position to this position, just a thought to add on, See what you think.